How would you say in French? The coffees are here. Les cafés sont ici. Les cafés sont ici. The restaurants are here. Les restaurants sont ici. Les restaurants sont ici. Now, remember that I showed you how all adjectives have a feminine form that you have to use when you're talking about a feminine noun. For example, parfait means perfect, and in the feminine it becomes parfaite. Or délicieux means delicious. To make it feminine, you say délicieuse. Well, there are also plural forms of adjectives, and you use these to talk about plural nouns. And actually, each adjective in French has 4 different forms. I'll show you what I mean with the adjective bon, which means good. So, le poulet est bon. Le poulet est bon means the chicken is good. So, bon, B-O-N, is the masculine singular form of the word good. La dinde est bonne. La dinde est bonne. The turkey is good. So bonne, B-O-N-N-E, is the feminine singular version of the word good. So receive those two, bon and bonne. Let's look at it in the plural. Les poulets sont bons. Les poulets sont bons. So poulet is a masculine plural noun, and the word bon, spelt B-O-N-S, is the masculine plural version of the word good. So les poulets sont bons means the chickens are good. Les dindes sont bonnes. Les dindes sont bonnes means the turkeys are good. So we have B-O-N-N-E-S, which is the feminine plural version of the word good. So we have bon is the masculine singular, bonne is the feminine singular, bon with an S on the end is the masculine plural, and bonne with an S on the end is the feminine plural. So they're the 4 different forms of the word good in French. Every single adjective in French has 4 forms: a masculine singular, a feminine singular, a masculine plural, and a feminine plural. Let's go through and have a look at all the adjectives that we've learnt so far in this course and see their 4 forms. So the word good is bon in the masculine singular, bonne in the feminine singular, bon with an S on the end in the masculine plural, and bonne with an S on the end in the feminine plural. The word for delicious is délicieux in the masculine singular, délicieuse in the feminine singular, délicieux in the masculine plural, so it's the same as the masculine singular, and then délicieuse is the same as the feminine singular, but it has an S on the end in the feminine plural. Fantastique in the masculine singular, fantastique again in the feminine singular, so there's no change. And then both plurals just have an S on the end. Fantastique in the masculine plural and fantastique in the feminine plural. So actually, this adjective sounds the same no matter what form you're using. Fantastique, 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 fantastique. The word for beautiful in French is beau. This adjective actually changes quite a lot in the feminine. So in the masculine singular, you have beau, and the feminine singular is belle. So it's B-E-L-L-E, belle. The masculine plural is the same as the masculine singular, but it has a letter X on the end. Beau. And the feminine plural is the same as the feminine singular, but it has an S on the end. Ben. So beau, ben, beau, ben are the four forms of the word beautiful in French. Extraordinaire is the same in the masculine and feminine. The only difference for the plural is that you have to add an S to the end. So extraordinaire, extraordinaire are the masculine singular and the feminine singular. And then extraordinaire with an S on the end can be used for the masculine plural and also the feminine plural. And this is another adjective where all four forms sound exactly the same. Extraordinaire, 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 extraordinaire. The word for perfect is parfait. In the feminine, we get an E on the end, parfait. So parfait for the masculine singular and parfaite for the feminine singular. And in the plurals, all you have to do is add an S on the end of the singular versions. So the masculine plural is parfait with an S on the end. And the feminine plural is parfaite with an S on the end. So you have parfait, parfaite, parfait, parfaite. The word for bad is mauvais, and that's the masculine singular. The feminine singular just gains an E on the end, mauvaise. The masculine plural is mauvais, exactly the same as the masculine singular, and the feminine plural gets an S on the end of the feminine singular, mauvaise. So mauvais, mauvaise, mauvais, mauvaise. The word for terrible is terrible, and this is another adjective where all four forms sound identical. So terrible in the masculine singular. Terrible is the same in the feminine singular, so it doesn't change at all. And then for the plural, all we do is add an S. Terrible is the masculine plural, and terrible is the feminine plural. Terrible, 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 terrible. And then finally, we have the word nice. And the word nice is actually the same in all four forms. So it's just sympa. It doesn't change at all. Sympa, 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 sympa. So it's identical in all four forms. So that's adjectives in French. You can have the masculine singular, feminine singular, masculine plural, and feminine plural. And the one you use depends on the noun that you're describing. We've just seen that when you're talking about masculine nouns, you use the masculine singular or the masculine plural versions of the adjective. And when you're talking about a feminine noun, you use the feminine singular or the feminine plural versions of the adjective. For example, le poulet est bon. The chicken is good. La dinde est bonne. The turkey is good. Les poulets sont bons. The chickens are good. Les dindes sont bonnes. The turkeys are good. However, if you want to say something like, the chicken and the turkey are good, well, this has a mixture of a masculine and a feminine noun. Whenever you're talking about a mixture of masculine and feminine nouns, the masculine plural adjective is always used. So you say, le poulet et la dinde sont bons. Le poulet et la dinde sont bons. So you use the masculine plural version of the adjective. And it doesn't matter if you have 100 feminine nouns and 1 masculine noun, you have to use the masculine plural version of the adjective. Now let's learn a few more nouns so that we can practice with the different adjective agreement rules. Here is a random feminine noun. Une carotte. Une carotte. It means a carrot. Une carotte. So how would you say in French, the carrot? La carotte. La carotte. So you use the feminine word for the. How would you say the carrots? Les carottes. Les carottes. How would you say the carrots are good? Les carottes sont bonnes. Les carottes sont bonnes. So we use the feminine plural version of the adjective good. B-O-N-N-E-S. Les carottes sont bonnes. So that's a feminine noun. Let's have a look at a masculine noun. Un poireau. Un poireau. It means a leek, as in the vegetable. Un poireau. So how would you say in French, the leek? Le poireau. Le poireau. Now, in the plural, the word poireau doesn't gain an S. Instead, it gains an X. So it's a little irregular. So how would you say in French, the leeks? Les poireaux. Les poireaux. So you don't pronounce the X, just like you don't pronounce the S on the end of words in French. So les poireaux. How would you say the leeks are good? Les poireaux sont bons. Les poireaux sont bons. So we use the masculine plural version of the word good because we're talking about a plural masculine noun. Les poireaux sont bons.